Morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about CSMA. As I told you, CSMA is carrier sense multiple access. If any station wants to transmit the frame, first it needs to be sense the channel or listen the channel. If the channel is ideal, it needs to be waited till the channel becomes ideal. Okay. Once the channel becomes ideal, then the station can able to transmit the data that leads to no collisions. Okay, this is the basic principle of carrier sense multiple access. Coming to the protocols of CSMA, we are having the following protocols. First one is one persistent CSMA, non-persistent CSMA, persistent CSMA, and CSMA with collision detection. Now, let's see a quick look about one persistent CSMA and non-persistent CSMA. See, in one persistent CSMA, if any station wants to transmit the data, first it needs to sense the carrier or channel. See here, first what it was doing, it was sensing the carrier. If the carrier or channel finds busy, then it wait for some time. No, it continuously sensing. The process is repeating. Sense, busy, continuously sensing. Here, the station continuously sensing the channel. Once the channel becomes free, it sends a frame. That is why it is said to be send as soon as the channel is ideal. How come it knows as soon as it? How come the station knows ideal? It continuously sensing the carrier so that the station can know the channel will ideal. Next, coming to the non-persistent CSMA, first it sends the carrier. In this protocol, the station sends the carrier. If the station finds busy, yes, if the station finds busy, it will wait for some random period of time. The station wait for random period of time and again sends the carrier or channel, and if the channel is not busy, it sends the frame. The difference between the first one and one persistent CSMA and non-persistent CSMA is, in one persistent CSMA, sensing the channel continuously. In non-persistent CSMA, once it senses the channel. If the station finds busy, it waits for a random period of time. This is what the difference between one persistent and non-persistent CSMA. Now moving to the next CSMA model, that is persistent CSMA. See, in persistent CSMA, what happens is, suppose, just listen carefully, students. If a station when a transmitting station has a frame to send, that means if any station wants to send a frame, and what it will do, it will senses the channel, and the channel finds ideal, it waits for end of the transmission and then transmit the frame with the probability of P. Since it sends with a probability of P, it is said to be persistent CSMA. It is very simple case. Suppose, let's take an example. When a station wants to send a frame, first it is sensing the channel. After sensing the channel finds busy. Then the station waits for the end of the transmission. The station waits for end of the transmission and then transmit with a probability of P, so that it sends with a probability of P. So it is called as persistent CSMA. See here the points. When a station becomes ready to send, it senses the channel. If it is ideal, there is no problem. It transmit with a probability of it. If it is ideal, it transmit with a probability of P. With a probability of Q, it differs to next slot. Here, this particular CSCMA model will be suited for slotted channels. Slotted channels means I told you in Aloha protocol, in normal or pure Aloha protocol, there is no slotted channel. In slotted Aloha, we have divided the channel into slots. This will be applicable for slotted Aloha. See, if the next slot is ideal, it transmits or differs again with the probability of P and Q. Okay, this is called as P persistent CSCMA. We have covered one persistent CSCMA, non-persistent CSCMA, and P persistent CSCMA. The next one, the fourth one is very important one, CSCMA with CD. This is called as CSCMA with CD. CD means collision detection. See here, when collision occurs, first we need to know when the collision occurs. The answer is whenever more than one station transmits the data in the same channel, that leads to a collision. Okay, see how the CSCMA will detect the collisions by sensing. See, as of now, we have seen three protocols: one persistent, non-persistent, and P persistent. This is an improvement over CSCMA protocols for a station to abort its transmission whenever it senses a collision. As of now, what we have seen, students, before transmitting the data, we are sensing a channel. Okay, if any station finds ideal, we stop our transmission until the channel is free. Now, in this case, if any station senses a collision, if any station senses or listens a collision, it will abort its transmission. It will abort its transmission. Let's take an example. If two stations senses the channel, if two stations senses the channel, suppose the stations A and C, two stations wants to transmit the data. Before transmitting the data, the two stations sense the channel. For two stations, the channel finds ideal and begins the transmission at the same time. Both stations, the station A and station C, begins the transmission at the same time. They will both detect the collision immediately. Before transmitting, both stations find channel ideal. Both started transmission at same time. After some time, they will both detect collision immediately. Both detects the collisions immediately. There is no point if once what I told you, if any station senses the collisions, find the collisions, listen the collisions, what they will do? They stop transmitting the frames. They abort their transmissions. Okay. See here, the third point. Rather than finishing the transmission, they will stop as soon as the collision detected. Why? Because even though the collision is detected, still we are transmitting the frames. There is no meaning. Why? Because in the previous transmission, the frames got collided. Once the frames got collided, that information is listened by the sender. Still there is no meaning of sending the transmission, continuing the transmission. Okay, see, this will waste the time and it will waste the bandwidth. Okay, if we stop the transmission, what is the use? Time is saved and bandwidth is saved. See, first we'll see the diagram. This is very simple diagram. You can easily understand this diagram. In this diagram, how many stations we are having? We are having 4 stations, A, B, C, D. Okay. See, let's take an example. As I told you, station A and station C. In this diagram, station A and station C data got collided. Okay. Station C data and station A data got collision. See, here we are having 4 time intervals. First at time t1, at time t1. This is the time t1. Okay. A starts transmitting the data. A starts transmitting the data. See here, according to the example, two stations want transmitting the data. Those are station A and station C. Here at time t1, A starts transmitting the data. At the same time, at the time 2, at time t2, see, this is the time interval. At time t2, C also transmitting the data. Okay. Before transmitting the data, C also senses the channel for both stations A and C. Both stations channel finds ideal. Both stations channel finds ideal. I will tell you the reason why it finds ideal. Okay. After some time t3, after some time t3, see, at time t2, C started the transmission in both directions. The pink line, see, this is the pink line in both directions, in this direction and in this direction. See here, the first bit of A and the first bit of C. A is transmitting in this direction, C is transmitting in both direction. The first bit of C and the first bit of A got collide. The collision occurs here. The first bit of A and first bit of C got collide here. See here. This is the point where the collision occurs. Okay. Once the collision occurs, C knows. Because C knows the collision and sees collision detection and abortion. See, whenever a station finds or senses a collision, it immediately abort the transmission. See, at what time it stopped the transmission? At time t3. At time t3, sees collision detection and abortion. Okay. Now see, this collision information will known to station A at time t4. Okay. After knowing the collision information, A's collision detection and abortion. Okay. In this point, in this diagram, just I will tell you about the time intervals. At time t1, A starts transmission. Before transmitting the data, A is sensing the channel and the channel finds ideal. So A started the transmission. At time t2, C also wants to transmit the data. Then C senses the channel and channel finds ideal. Then C started the transmission in both directions. In the pink color line indicates C's transmission in the left side direction and right side direction. At time t3, what happens? See, C's collision detection abortion. That means the first bit of C and the first bit of A got collide here. So this information is known to C at time t3. See, this is at time t3. C knows the collision's information, and once the collision information is known to the station, what it will do? It will stop the transmission. Similarly, the collision information is known to station A at time t4. That is A's collision detection with abortion. Here, one point we need to know. Whenever a station knows or listens or senses a collision, immediately it aborts the transmission. Aborts the transmission means it stops sending the frames. Why? Because once there is a collision, that information is known to the station, still there is no meaning of transmitting the frames. Okay. This is the example. CSMA with CD. That means, how can we know there is a collision? We are sensing the collision. We are sensing the collision so that the collision will be detected. Once the collision will be detected, and we are stopping the transmission. Okay, this is known as CSMA and CD. Okay. See here, from T1 to T4. See, from T1 to T4, A is transmitting the data. Just this is known as, just understand this point, students. Transmission time. Why this is said to be transmission time? At A starts transmission at time T1 till time T4. A doesn't know there is a collision. At time T4 only, A knows the information that there is a collision. So this point of time T1 to T4 is called as A's transmission time. Now see here, we will see C's transmission time. At what point C started the transmission? At time T2, C started the transmission. At what point C knows the collision? At time T3, C knows the collision. From time T2 to time T3, this particular period of time is called as transmission time of C. Okay, this is about all the diagram. Whenever the collision is detected, the stations immediately aborted the transmissions. This is the main point of this CSMA with collision detection. Now see, this is what they are saying in the figure. The first, see, you must understand, the first bit of A means the starting of the frame. The first bit of A is collides with the first bit of C. The first bit of C is coming in this direction, left direction. The first bit of A is moving in the right direction. At one point of time, the first bit of A and first bit of C got collided. This is what they are mentioning. The first bits of A transmitted by both stations, namely A and C, right? Although each station continues to send the bits in the frame until it detects the collision. Okay, see here you need to know one point. See, even though the collision occurs here, A does not stop the transmission. Okay, why? Because even though the collision occurred here, but it knows, when it knows at time T4, it knows the information. Okay, when it knows the first bit of C is reaches to A, then it knows the collision. See here, when C knows the collision, the first bit of A reaches C, then it knows the collision. The first bit of C reaches to A, then A knows the collision. Okay. This is the explanation of at time T1, station A starts sending the bits of its frame. Okay. At time T2, station C has not yet hasn't sensed the first bit of sent by A. Why? Because the first bit, and here the sensing fail. Why? Because the first bit of A is not sensed by C and start sending the bits of the frame which propagate in both left and right. I told you, right? Left and right, both directions. The collision occurs after some time T2. At time T2, C started the transmission. At time T1, A started the transmission. The station C detects a collision. The station C detects a collision at time T3 when it receives the first bit of frame. A's frame. See, that is what I told you. When it receives the first bit of A's frame, then only it detects the collision. Now what it will do, the station C immediately aborts the transmission. Now station A detects the collision at what time? At time T4, when it receives the first bit of C's frame. It also aborts the transmission. See here. Here the station A receives the first bit. This first bit of C is arrived here. After reaching this point at time T4, A got detected the collision and aborts the transmission. Here we need to know the minimum size of the frame. One solution for the case of collision in even though we are in CSCMA CD, we are having some issues. That is, for this solution, the collisions in CSCMA CD method is the minimum size frame is determined so that the propagation delay of a frame travel is reduced. Just note down this point, students. What they are saying is the minimum size frame is determined so that the propagation delay after frame travel is reduced. If the frame size is maximum, what it will take, the propagation time is more for the maximum frame. For a minimum frame, the propagation delay is reduced in order to avoid the collision of other frames. See here, in this case, just assume the example, students. Here, for this frame, for T1, I am assuming A's frame. If this frame is very small in size, minimum frame, so it is already, it passes the C. If the frame C is also a small frame, it passes A. There is no collision. Ikkada collision akkar kaakamunde scene that vellipoyindi. It collision akkar kaakamunde it will reach us to another place. That is what they are saying. If we use a minimum frame, the propagation delay of your frame travel is reduced. Okay, see now the TFR, that means the time taken for frame transmission is at least minimum TP. TP means propagation time. Okay, for total TFR means frame transmission time is equal to at least 2 times of TP. That means 2 time TP means propagation time. TFR means frame transmission time. Okay. See here. This will give you the clear picture of CSCMA with collision detection. See here. First in CSCMA, we start the transmitting the frame. We start transmitting the frame. First, we need to set a back off time to 0. Okay, setting the back off. This is called as the back off time. Here, yellow color start means the station has starting the transmission. First, we need to set the back off time to 0. First, note down, students, what is back off time? See here, whenever in the transmission, after occurrence of collision, see in the previous example, A knows the collision, B knows the collision, both stations senses the collision and aborts the transmission. See, this back off time is after the occurrence of collision. After the occurrence of collision, the stations A and C wait for some random amount of time. Okay, this back off time means the waiting time before the retransmission. అంటే collision occur అయిన దగ్గర నుంచి మళ్ళీ retransmit చేయడానికి. See, once the frame is detected a collision, once the detection is done, from that point of time to next retransmission time, this particular time is called, this time interval is called as back off time. First, we need to set the back off time to 0. Next, the persistent strategy. Next is persistent strategy. Just this is also you note down. Here, the persistent strategy means whenever a transmitting station, whenever a station wants to transmit the data, and first it senses the busy channel. First it senses the busy channel, and what it will do? If any transmitting station finds a busy channel, it waits for some time. How long it will be waited? It waits for end of the transmission, and once the transmission is end, it sends immediately. Okay, since what is the probability of this? It is using the probability of 1, since the station is sending with a probability 1. Okay, this is called as persistent strategy. Okay, after persistent strategy, the station sends the frame. Once the collision is, if there is no collision, the frame transmission is success. The frame transmission is success. If there is a collision, yes, send jump signal. Send jump signal means wherever the collision occurs, from that point, the jump signal will be sent to the stations. What stations are occurred in the collision? Station A and station C get the jump signals, then increment the back off time. First, what we have set the back off time? We have set the back off time to 0. Whenever there is a collision, after sending the jamming signal, we need to increment the back off time. See, there is a limit for back off time. If there is a back off time limit is yes, back off time is not, limit is yes, about the transmission. If they still we have back off time, wait for back off time and repeat the same process. Repeat the same process. Here you need to know persistent strategy and back off time. Here I'm repeating once again about the back off time. Back off time is the time interval. It is I will tell you in easy words. The waiting time before retransmission. The waiting time before retransmission. Whenever there is a collision is detected, the station stops the transmission. From that point, from that stopping point to retransmission time. Okay, this time is called as back off time. First, we need to set the back off time as 0. After that, we need to wait for a persistent strategy. Persistent strategy means you just remember the it is sending with a probability of 1. Probability of 1 means whenever the station finds the channel or channel busy, it waits for end of the transmission. After that, it immediately sends with a probability of 1. With a probability of 1 means only one station can able to permit to transmit the data. Next, sending the frame. If there is no collision, the transmission has been successful. If there is a collision, sending a jamming signal, immediately incrementing the back off time. If we are having a back off time limit, we need to wait for back off time and repeat the process again. Okay, this is called as, here we are having here this is called as exponential back off. Here, what is the maximum time back off time? Here what they are saying, back off limit. What is the maximum limit? Here it is called as exponential back off. Here the exponential back off is 2 power n into max propagation time after the collision, where n is the number of transmission attempts. See here, for every transmission attempt, see here, this is one transmission attempt. If it is success, no problem. If it is fail, we will come here and repeatedly coming. Next, whenever the number of transmission attempts are increasing, the back off time is decreasing. That is, the exponential back off time is proportional to number of transmission attempts. Okay, here, and one more point, send jam so the other station can detect collision as well. Suppose jamming signal will give information to other stations rather than A and C. So those stations also known there is a collision in the transmission. So they postpones their transmission. This is called as CSCMA with collision detection. This is the complete flow chart of CSCMA with collision detection. Now see, here CSMA with collision detection can be in one of three states. Here, those three states are: one is contention, first one is transmission period, the second one is contention period, and next one is ideal period. These periods mentioned with bracket: ideal period, contention period, and transmission period. First, all we know about the transmission period. The transmission period, the station is continuously transmitting the data, transmitting the frames. Transmission period, we are aware of that. The next one, ideal period. When the station becomes ideal, if there is whenever the other station is transmitting the data, or there is nothing to send, then this is called as ideal period. Then what about the new thing? This is contention period. This particular part is called as contention window. In contention window, we are having contentional sort. See here, frame transmission period, contention period, frame transmission period, contention period, frame transmission period, ideal period, this is contention period. Just first we need to know what is contention period or contention slots. Just I will give you a quick information about this contention slots. Suppose, let's take an example. This is a contention period is this is a minimum time. This contention period is containing contentional slots. See here, this contention window is having contention slots. Okay. It means there is no other station within a range is sending out of your transmission at the same time. See, note down, students. I'm telling, sorry, this example is for CSMA with collision avoidance. Now, just note down what is a contention window. If participants, that means stations, determine the channel is free. If the participants or stations finds that the channel is free, they wait for a random amount of time before they are sending. See, this is different case. In previous cases, what we are doing, whenever the channel is busy, we will wait till the channel becomes ideal. In this case, this is different. Why? Because whenever we are finding a channel is ideal, and manaki channel ideal ga unna gaani, still we are waiting for some time. Why? What is the reason? Assume, the students, just assume, suppose you and me are two stations. We both wants to transmit the frames. Then what we will do, at the same time, you and me senses the channel. For both of us, what it finds, for both of us channel finds ideal. Then you and me both are transmitting the data. If more than one person transmitting the data at same time, what happens? There will be a collision. Okay, in order to cover this situation, if you finds the channel ideal, I finds the channel ideal, then what I will do, even though it is ideal, I will wait for a random amount of time. After that, I will transmit the data. After random amount of time, again I will senses the channel. Okay, this is called as contention period. In this contention period window, we are having the contention slots. Okay, these states: frame transmission time, and contention time, and ideal time. Okay. In tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about the next protocol, CSMA CA. That means we have detected collision in CSMA CD. In CSMA CA, we are avoiding the collisions. Okay, how it will be done. Okay, in tomorrow's class we will discuss about CSMA CA. Okay. Thank you, students.